How to install a Mercruiser dry joint exhaust manifold. First of all, make sure you've cleaned off the old gaskets. You can see here our mechanic gave us a good hint. He cut off the heads to some bolts to create these support pins. They will temporarily hold the exhaust manifold while you bolt it into place. Install the gasket, followed by the exhaust manifold. Then you can start the bolts. Don't tighten these down just yet. We'll do that after we replace the support pins. Once you have all 4 bolts snugged down, remove the guide pins one at a time and replace them with bolts. This unit is a Mercruiser 4.3 liter and the bolts get torqued down in 3 different sequences. The first is 15 foot-pounds, then 25 foot-pounds, and last 35 foot-pounds. Your torque specs may be different, so consult the manufacturer's manual. Next, we'll install the spacer. Some engines may not use a spacer. Apply gasket sealing compound to the circular surfaces, but not to the bigger square surface. Install the gasket, then apply gasket sealing compound to the new spacer and install it. Make sure you start with a clean gasket surface. Apply gasket sealing compound to the circular surfaces and not to the bigger square surface. Water will travel through the circular openings, while exhaust will travel through the square opening. Apply gasket sealing compound to the other side of the spacer and to the same place on the riser. The next gasket we'll use must be installed with the flange facing up. This hole here will go underneath the fitting for the water hose. Sit the riser in place and hold it while you install the bolts. You may have to wiggle the riser to get the holes lined up. Start these by hand to avoid cross-threading. Once you've got them snugged down, they get torqued to the manufacturer's specifications. This unit is a Mercruiser 4.3 liter, so the first in the sequence is 7 foot-pounds. You want to torque these in a crisscross pattern. Then we'll torque them to 45 foot-pounds. Your torque specs may be different, so consult the manufacturer's manual. Next, we're going to paint the bolt heads to keep them from rusting. Once you have the riser bolted in place, you can reinstall the hose on top and tighten it down. Make sure you also reconnect the hose on the bottom. If you remove the blue plug, reinstall it. These are the exhaust shutters. These prevent water from backflowing into the engine. If you notice scorching, dry rot, or excessive wear, go ahead and replace them. Slip the elbow into place and pull on the exhaust boot. Make sure the exhaust boot comes up all the way to the tab. Install the hose clamps and tighten them as you go. You can snug these clamps down with the impactor, but tighten them by hand to avoid over-tightening. This repair is the same for both sides of the engine. Once completed, go ahead and reconnect these wires to the ignition control module, then run the engine and check for leaks. This concludes how to install a Mercruiser dry joint exhaust manifold. Thank you for joining us.